Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's new tabloid war is heating up as they target the Daily Mail ahead of Prince Harry's, I believe, very unwise court case coming in just a few weeks' time.
By 2026, Archie and Lilibet are being pushed to the forefront, not by accident, but by design. The narrative is clear. Harry and Meghan's faltering public image now needs rescuing, and their children are being positioned as the centerpiece.
Jack Royston of Newsweek, close to the Sussex, has reported a source close to Meghan Markle saying his readers can judge for themselves whether publishing every intimate detail of an 81-year-old man's most serious medical issues and using that as a vehicle for a hit piece against his daughter simply because you dislike her is anything other than ethically bankrupt.
This is despite years of insisting the children would be kept out of public life. The contradiction is glaring. What's unfolding isn't privacy, it's strategy, and it's transparent.
She added, "Given I've only ever called him Daddy, it may make sense to open as such despite him being less than paternal. And in the unfortunate event that it leaked, it would pull at the heartstrings."
Looking back at Meghan Markle's history with the media tells a very different story from the one she now promotes. Court documents reveal that even private letters to her father were carefully crafted with the expectation they might be leaked. Every word was chosen not for reconciliation, but for optics. That context makes current accusations of ethical bankruptcy ring hollow when the behavior has long been calculated and strategic.
Honestly, it's I think it just makes Thomas Markle look better at this point because it shows that she's used her father to manipulate the public, and it's just not washing this time. There were a lot of people that did side with Meghan originally thinking, oh, it's terrible what Thomas did. But now we've seen Meghan's true nature and her love of calling the paparazzi herself. The way he was treated, it just doesn't suit the crime, does it? He has been punished thoroughly by her, and he's still being punished all of these years later. But for her to say about the Daily Mail are ethically bankrupt, she's morally bankrupt.
This pattern shows someone willing to weaponize personal relationships for public sympathy. Her father was used as emotional leverage, then discarded. Yet now the blame is shifted outward, aimed at newspapers rather than inward at the decisions that created the spectacle in the first place. The contradiction sits at the heart of the story.
Have no royal function, even though they keep their prince and princess title, they keep their place in the line of succession. So what on earth are you doing bringing them into your very PR-driven philanthropy? Well, I know it's to try and make them famous, isn't it? And the commercial...
Just before Christmas, another shift quietly emerged, the expansion of Archewell to include the children. This is where alarms start ringing. These are not working royals. They are private citizens. At least they were supposed to be. Bringing children this young into a highly PR-driven philanthropic structure directly contradicts everything Harry and Meghan previously claimed to stand for.
Headline: Meghan Markle and Prince Harry rename Archewell Foundation as they expand their mission with Archie and Lilibet.
The reporting makes the intention unmistakable. Archie and Lilibet are now being folded into the long-term philanthropic identity of the brand. That language isn't accidental. It reframes children as assets within a corporate-style mission. The question isn't whether this is charitable, it's why it's necessary at all.
People understands, which means they've been told directly by Harry and Meghan, that Archewell Philanthropies will still operate within a non-profit structure, but now through a fiscal sponsorship model. Okay, it's making sense now. It's about the moolah. It always is about the greenback, isn't it?
The structure change reveals even more. Archewell will now operate under a fiscal sponsorship model, meaning outside organizations handle compliance and finances while Harry and Meghan retain control over direction and branding. Strip away the buzzwords, and it points to monetization, flexibility, and distance from accountability. This isn't about expanding impact, it's about sustaining relevance and revenue.
Totally right, Tash. That is the correct analysis. In 2026, Archie and Lily are being sold Archie and Lili are going to be front and centre of this mission to try and save Harry and Meghan's career. Why else would they mention them in a report like this? They're 6 and 4, goddammit, and you said they were going to be private citizens.
By 2026, Archie and Lilibet are no longer being protected. They're being positioned front and center. 6 and 4 years old, yet already part of a reputational salvage operation. After years of promises about privacy, this pivot is impossible to ignore. The strategy couldn't be clearer.
This was the latest headline just before Christmas. Harry's legal team threatened private investigator and Daily Mail hacking case. Researcher wanted Glenn Mulcair, who denies tapping phones for the newspaper, to raise his game, the High Court hears.
The war with the press is escalating, and Harry's legal strategy is reckless. This isn't a righteous crusade. It's a case built on shaky ground, involving figures with criminal histories. When you ally yourself with convicted phone hackers while claiming moral superiority, the hypocrisy becomes impossible to defend. This path doesn't expose the media, it exposes Harry.
Well, it potentially is, and we will see. But this was a very, very unwise path for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to go down, because actually what it's doing...
In the end, this course of action damages them far more than it harms their critics. Every move meant to control the narrative instead reveals it. And the more aggressively they push forward, the clearer the contradictions become.